What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. It's another day. It's London session. Let's see what the markets have in store for us. Okay. So we had a setup yesterday, which I ended up closing before time. Okay. I ended up closing this setup, though it's still very valid, guys. But I don't know. I added emotions into my trading, which forced me to actually free myself. So because of that, I had to free myself, guys. So I want us to actually look at what price has been doing. We'll go to the weekly. You know, it's midweek. It was yesterday we had to do this, but let's just do it now, guys. So we just have to mark out our major levers. Looking at this weekly. Wow, PJ Script. Nice to have you, my bro. Okay, today we are currently looking at GBP USD. How is New Zealand? Hope you're doing great all the way from New Zealand. So we mark out our measure levels on the weekly time frame on this swing. Okay. If you notice, price has been ranging within the zone, but this is the lowest point price got to before moving all the way up to this point. Hi guys, for those joining us for the very first time, show some love by subscribing to the channel. Let's connect, guys. We do this always. We have live streams every New York and London session from Mondays to Fridays. So if you want to see my analysis daily, I think we are gonna be doing that together. Okay, so join us by subscribing. Yeah, bro, I waited for your message on WhatsApp to no avail. Hope you still have the contact. I'll be waiting to hear from you, man. Like I said, I always love connecting. So this is actually GBP USD on the weekly. You realize these are the two major points where price has been reacting. Like price pulled all the way from 1.32 to 1.36. So at this point, what are we looking for? Normally, we mark out these zones because these are the points where we should be looking for entries. Okay, so as of now, normally we caught a sell that was on. We actually closed that sell so early because of fear, which wasn't the right decision. Closing that trade early. But at this point, we just have to wait and see if price can give us a pullback for us to continue the sales. First, there is something happening on the weekly. You realize we've been consolidating around this zone. On the weekly, we'll find a little consolidation. So price has been ranging within this area, but internally you see a little change of character. Okay, but we don't want to care so much about that, because since price has been consolidating around this zone, for us to have a clear Mahendra baby, what's up? So what's the use of the code you just dropped in the comment section? So guys, for those joining us for the very first time, show some love by subscribing. Okay, let's keep building. We are here always for you. So like I was saying, on the GBP USD chart, weekly chart, this is exactly what we're seeing. Okay, now let's go down to the 4 hours so we can see exactly what's happening. Okay, if you don't go far, you will see you see price has created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tops at this point. Okay, you see that 5 tops at this point. And let me show you something. Let me just search GBP AUD and show you something on the GBP AUD chart. After price created a similar pattern. Okay, so let me go back to the weekly. Let's just use the daily. Let's work on the daily. So for those joining us for the very first time, you're welcome, guys. You are welcome. So we had a similar scenario on GBP AUD on the daily time frame. Look at what happened. Let me just mark out a line, box. So on GBP AUD, something similar to what is currently happening on GBP USD actually happened. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touches. And after that, what happened? A crazy crash. A crazy crash. Hi, my brother, all the way from South Africa. You are welcome, sir. So today we have people from New Zealand, we have people from South Africa, Nigeria, Cameroon. We are global, guys. Yeah, that was a crazy crash. So looking at what is going on GBP USD, we should start thinking, okay, we should start thinking smart, because anything can happen. Look at what's happening on the 4 hours. It's similar to what happened on AUD, GBP AUD. So on GBP USD, 4 hours, let's mark out our box. So you see, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches of that zone. We've had 5 touches around that zone. Okay. So if you ask, I'll tell you, well, we haven't had a major change of character yet, but on the lower time frame, we've had a change of character. Okay, we've had a change of character, and price is proving that this point is strong. This resistance is tough. So price is finding it difficult to break through. So at this point, what do we do? Personally, I'll be patient enough to watch and see if price will pull back to anywhere around my mid level, and then around my key level. And then since price on the weekly, we marked out our weekly zones, this low and this high, right? The 2 gold lines are our weekly zones. Now, if you can target the mid level of these 2 zones, so from this high to this low, let's say it should be approximately 400 pips. Let me mark it out. Yes, it's 400 pips. This is a 400 pip zone, right? So within this 400 pips, We are not targeting to catch all the 400 pips. What we are waiting for is to have a good pullback. Then we can target a 200 pips, sell. But if it stops us out, then we will just wait for a pullback again on this same zone, something like this. Because if price comes to this zone, breaks it out, then we wait and see something like this to continue the sales. But as of now, price has proven to us that the resistance is stronger. You see, it's not been holding any strong support from the downside. It is at the top where we have a serious resistance level, because here we had an internal change of character, price pulled up and tapped on the same level, crashed. Now we have another change of character, internal, that has broken the low that even went up and crashed the previous highs and break the previous highs. And now price has broken it down, taken everything downwards. Yes, overall, you see we are still bullish, but price is proving that these highs are unbreakable for the moment. So what do we do? Since price is telling us that we cannot force buys because buyers have been unable to break that zone, but sellers are dominating in this market. Okay, when it wants to sell, it gives you a powerful sell move, but the buys are always weaker. It takes longer to buy, but the sells are more powerful, which means we should we're looking more for sales on GBP USD. So let's also add up another extra confluence, which is our trend line. Okay, so let's take, for example, we've been respecting this trend. Price has been bouncing off this zone, right? Price has been bouncing off this zone for some time. And what happened? We have finally broken through the zone. We have broken to the downside. Price is now crashing to the downside. Okay, which means normally for those who trade trend lines, you understand that when a trend line gets broken, most of the times you will see a pullback before the continuation. Most of the time, that's what happens. You have a pullback before the continuation. So that's exactly what we are expecting on this pair. But now, what might happen is this. Price is failing to take out this little structure, because on the 1 hour, when price crashed, it gave us a change of character here. Okay, we had a change of character on the 1 hour. Let me mark it. Let me go down to the 1 hour so you can see it clearly. You see, we had a change of character here. And what happened? Price gave us a pullback, okay? A little pullback. For those who trade support and resistance, or if you don't even know how to trade support and resistance, I dropped a video yesterday on this channel. So go back and watch the video. It's powerful. It's a whole support resistance strategy video. So go back, watch the video, and you come back and thank me. All right. Share comments, share thoughts in the comment section after watching that video. I dropped it yesterday. It is live now. The video I've been promising you guys to give you a strategy, support and resistance strategy. Okay. So normally price pulled back and tapped on this because this automatically became a resistance zone. Because when price takes out a low, the point where we had the break of structure or change of character is actually a resistance level or a support level. At this point, since it's becoming a downtrend, it became a resistance level. Okay, so price tapped on it, and now price is failing to take out the highs, which means the downtrend is continuing. We are now having lower lows and lower highs. We actually had a trade yesterday that I shared live. Okay, this trade, I took this trade on my prop firm challenge account because we are currently running a challenge 2 on this channel. For those who are just joining us, show some love by subscribing to the channel, guys. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. This channel is global. Okay, we're actually helping traders. This is a channel where we make trading easy for everyone. Even if you get to this channel when you've never traded in your life, like you've never clicked the buy or sell button, from this channel you can learn how to trade from zero, like from a complete novice. And I break down the charts in a way that even a 5 years old will understand. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. So this is a trade which I took, but honestly, yesterday when I realized price was finding it difficult to take out these highs, rather it created a lower low, I had to close the trade. This trade actually gave me $225 when it got to this point. That's 1:2.5 because I risked $50 on the trade. It's a $5,000 prop firm account. We are trading live. Okay, so you can also go follow the series. I'll be dropping a complete video of how far we've gone by weekend. So it gave me $125, but I did not take the profits. Instead, price pulled back down and almost stopped me out. And when it came back somewhere around here, I realized price is finding it difficult to break above. I had to close manually with $25 profit. So we are currently in drawdown on that account. Okay. So the reason why I closed is simply because of what I'm explaining down here. The fact that this one automatically became a resistance and price is finding it difficult to break through the resistance. So you see there is more selling, there are more sellers in the market, or there's more selling momentum in the market. So at this point, we just need to be patient. This 4 hours low, or it's also a daily low, because this is the low that led to the change of character. So if price successfully takes out this low, it means the sellers are fully in charge. And at that point, we know that this zone that price is creating, these lower lows and lower highs, will automatically become liquidity zones that price will want to sweep to come back and tap on our trend line that was broken. Okay, so that's exactly what we should be looking. So this is exactly what we see on DXY. Price has been, this is the weekly time frame. Price has been consolidating around the zone. But now we also mark out our major key levels. Okay. So the last key level price got to was 100. Okay. 100. So we actually adjust it. Hi, Lydia. Nice to have you. I saw you in class in the morning. I had to sleep because I had serious headache. Okay. So I just went back. I've been locked in lately. Too much that is affecting me. So the next key level down should be 98, I think. Let me just. So we are currently on DXY. And you see within this range, price, this is the weekly range where price has been working. Okay. So I did not, or I chose, let's take this mid level here, because I think the mid level is more accurate. Good. Let's take the mid level 100.500. While below, we can take the mid level 97.500. So for those joining us for the very first time, show some love by subscribing, guys. It's gonna go a long way. Okay, so like I said, on the weekly, you realize we've been consolidating, but now looking for our setups, we don't really care about this overall consolidation. Okay, now we look at our key level range where we've been trading. Okay, so you see that we've been trading from 97,500 to 100,500. Okay, so what do? We look at the midpoint, which is somewhere around 99. So we mark out 99 and consider it our midpoint. We make it blue. Okay. So I hope you guys can see my screen very well. So now that we've marked it out, we go down to the 4 hours. This is DXY. On the 4 hours, what do we see? We see something similar to what has been happening on GBP USD. We see price creating multiple touches around this zone. Price has touched it once, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, price has touched this zone 4 times. So I showed an example on GBP AUD. So you guys should be, especially my students who are here, shine your eyes very well, because I'm about to show you something very powerful. Okay, so look at something. This is GBP AUD. Look at what price did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touches on GBP AUD. And after this 8 touch, you see, we had this change of character here. It was internal. So many people have been waiting that price should take out this low, because this is actually the low that led to the highest high, to this high. Okay, so many people have been waiting that, okay, let this low be taken out, like what they are doing on GBP USD right now. So many people are waiting for this low to be taken out before they get a good pullback. But what happened? Price actually created a change of character within. Okay, right here, price created this change of character here, and from this change of character, price pulled back, tapped on that same level, and what happened? Just look at what happened after that. Price crashed drastically. So we are talking about thousands of pips. Okay, thousands of pips. Let me show you. So we are talking about 2,000 pips fall, which means if you entered with 0.01, you would have made $200 on this. Okay, you would have made $200 on this, just with 0.01, maybe risking just $2. You would have made $200. Okay, so that's just the power of understanding price action. And right now on DXY, you see what's happening. We are also creating something similar to that on the 4 hours. One, two, three, four, 5 touches. Okay, on GBP USD, we have something similar. One. So first, we've broken a trend line telling us there's a possibility that bears are taking over. Now, so many of us are waiting that, okay, this low should be taken out. Remember what we saw on GBP AUD, right? So many people are waiting for these lows to be taken out. But look at what happened. We have a change of character at this point. Okay, price is already telling us something, but we don't want to listen. I remember early this week, I caught a sell from up here. That is the sell. That was the sell I had to hold, but I did not hold because of fear, because of the fact that I had been stopped out so many times. That's why we keep saying that trading is more of a system, not outcome. Once you follow your system, follow your plan, the outcome is sure. But now, because of the fact that we are too attached to the outcome, we want money, we are afraid to lose money, we don't want to accept the reality. I had to close before time. I closed somewhere here. See what price is doing. So I've always said that swing traders make the highest money in this market. Swing traders actually make the highest money. Most of my students already understand that, because imagine you holding a trade from here. scalpers or day traders have been trying to catch moves here. Personally, I've been stopped out so many times within this small zone. Within this small zone. Meanwhile, if I held my big trade, or if I, because we can't, it doesn't affect your balance. So that's why I recommend understanding how to swing trade and always create time to study, create time to go back on your charts, analyze, try to see what's been happening in the past so that when it starts repeating itself, you should be able to easily recognize patterns and catch good setups. That's just it. Your mentor will only give you the basics, but the rest of it is all dependent on you. If you don't actually create time to understand, to master it, to have the experience, it's going to be difficult for you to find profitability because your profitability depends on you and you alone. So guys, tell me in the comment section, where are you streaming from? Just tell me in the comment section where you're streaming from. Let's keep it going, guys. And for those joining us for the very first time, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Show some love by subscribing. So at this point, we are just watching, waiting to see exactly what the market has to offer. We have nothing to do. We need to be patient. I remember my normal swing tradings, at times a whole week will pass by where I'm just waiting for a setup to validate. But now, since I started day trading, I've been suffering. I've been suffering back to back. I'll wait for the market by entering. I'll be in a position and say I'm waiting. That's madness. So the best way to trade for me is swing trading. It reduces the noise, the stress, the desire for quick returns, which is very, very important. So keep your comments coming. Tell me exactly where you're streaming from. I have my guys from the Netherlands, from New Zealand. I have my guys from South Africa, Nigeria, Cameroon. Keep your comments coming. Tell me where you're streaming from. And also share your biggest trading challenge, okay? Is it entries? Is it holding your trades? Is it actually respecting your plan? Or what is it that actually makes trading difficult for you? Because most traders know exactly what is keeping them from being profitable. Somebody knows that he has a problem with entries. He don't know how to see a good confirmation. He doesn't have a confirmation for his entries. Another person is maybe capital. Another person is maybe risk management. There are so many reasons. Someone will tell you they don't know how to analyze properly. So those are reasons. Those are little issues. Just let me know the one you are going through so that we can break it down. We have barely 4 minutes to the end of our live stream. So if you have any of those issues, drop it in the comment section. Let's talk about it. So I really do appreciate those